Pretty close.
He hit the floor and it was no.
Bodies hit the floor. The bodies hit the floor.
I just played that one today.
Oh, hey, by the way, Freddie's going to be there Thursday, so you're coming out Thursday night, whether you guys were not going to or not.
What?
Freddie's coming to the Grove House, the sandbar. He's
Oh,
coming
this
down
Thursday?
For a week. It's down for a week.
Oh, well,
Who is
I was
Freddie?
hoping to get there this Thursday anyway, so.
Your wife was like, well, I guess we're going.
You look great, but this one's backwards.
Is that why I'm not hearing anything? Can't hear you. Not that it matters. I can't hear
Guitar
on my right
player.
ear.
Fucking guitarist.
Guitar player.
I'm not allowed to beat on things, man. That's why I gotta have a punching bag, you know?
Okay.
Spun a little bit, so we'll spin that.
Should've been a
Let me
fucking
see you
drummer.
guys.
That was talented.
That was talented.
He did it right.
There you go.
Alright, that was enough.
Yeah, right?
It's Zen time. Relax.
With this group of people.
Relax. Breathe deep. And we're going to start.
Welcome back to the Roadkill Drums podcast.
Are we having fun?
I'm going to bang a drum.
Oh shit, I died. Let me go.
He's saying that holding
Hi.
beer.
I know.
We are starting actually. Hi, I'm Mark with Roadkill Drums. Roadkill Podcast. Laurel is sitting behind the camera and making me feel real nervous right now. So we're going to start off. I'm going to have everybody introduce ourselves because I'm having trouble speaking at this time. So Taz, go ahead. Tell
My
everybody.
name's Taz, and I'm a drummer.
My name's Paul Thomas. I'm a singer.
I'm Mike Farren, guitar player for Joe's Garage Band and me acoustic duo.
So here we are. Intelligence level, drummer, singer,
Guitar player.
guitarist, drummer.
Drummer. That's right.
Yeah.
And you left
We
me
put
out
you
to
guys in the
cold.
middle.
We're bookend. Yes. That makes me feel so safe and upright.
So,
He's over there laughing. He's a guitar player and he's left me out in the cold.
yeah, I know he started this shit. So we're going to finish it and do this fun. But I want to start. We got to start with Taz because
Oh, God.
this
Yeah, I
is
just
it.
met him.
You guys, this is the first time you met him. You just
Right.
met in the
Yep.
house. So Taz is a drummer. Well, I'm going to tell you what I know about him. He's a drummer. I know that much. He works with Spinelli Drums.
A hell of a story. dude.
John Spinelli, if anybody doesn't know, he's over in the
Pinellas Park
Pinellas
area.
Park. So
Okay.
he makes these drums over there. He's got his own patents, everything else. It's a single tension system, so when you tune them, the top and bottom heads are tuned at the same time.
Exactly.
The concept's been out for a while. I mean, there's other people do it. Pearl does a free floater, and others do the same thing. But John's been kind of a pioneer on it. And we don't hear it, but I'm about done talking about John. We're going to talk about Taz. You've been drumming. Tell everybody about yourself and how long you've been drumming.
I've been drumming since I was 6. And every time I get up on a kit, I am way different. Because when I'm on a kit, I change. And when I go in that mode, I play metal. And there's a dog out there.
That's Bo.
Yeah.
The dog
He's
was
the mascot.
The dog was just agreeing with you.
Oh, shit.
All right. That was that little accent on that. I change. Oh.
He said rock and roll, and Bo goes, woo.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
Starts saying country, he starts barking.
this is going to be the second time I go in the studio. I did the first one like nothing else. I did that song for 6 months and I hammered it. And when I do the hammer this out, the next song I'm doing, it's going to be way different than the other one. And everything that I do is off the chain because John looks at me like, damn, how did he do that? He didn't know how to do that. But I change like it's underwear. It's when I play music.
Comments are always welcome
Okay,
on
I'm
this
just
podcast.
So does that mean you go
You owe
like
me one down
from boxers to thong, or the other way around, or is this
Well, I
sort
turn
of
into
a
Taz real quick.
okay?
Well, when I play metal or classical music or anything else, I go back to the metal, because when I have my drum set, the one that I really want, it's my dream kit, because I talked to John about it and everything. And I got my kit, and it's a Taz kit, and I love every tone that I have. I can go medium, high, and low, and there's nothing like it.
And there are videos. I've got videos of Taz playing, and he's not joking. I mean, he does. He's a presence on stage, and when he plays. I met you first, I think, actually, not at John's, but at it was the Nashville Drum Show, Music City
Yeah,
Drum Show.
exactly.
The first year you guys played up there, or
When we
Set
set up, and actually that was everything that I have, because everything I looked at drums all over there, and I said, damn, that's the biggest kit there.
it was.
It was. Because I looked at Neil Peart's. He has a 9-piece.
I played on it
Yeah, shithead.
just because I could.
Well, I wanted to, but nobody
You were
liked.
busy.
Yeah, I was busy doing my own thing. Well, I had people get on my kit, and they said, "Damn, this kit's like I got 20 by 15s. They thump, they knocked your head off." And when I went home and when I set it up, set my new stuff up, I had it looked like something that really tag you or something. My whole cage is like, oh my goodness, really. It's like a what is it? It freaking nails you. When you look at it, and it looks like what? It looks.
I think we can put pictures up of your
Oh,
kit
yeah,
with
of
this
course.
going,
Okay.
which is cool as hell because
Yeah.
we got to show that.
Oh yeah.
You bought some spikes from me from Deaf and Drum,
Yeah.
you know, and which really makes it look like a badass rock kit.
Yeah.
He saw them right after I went over to a drum clinic over there a few weeks ago, and he showed me the kit, and he just put these spikes all the way around the
hoops.
all the hoops on the reso heads.
Okay.
And it's a monster kit. I mean, you look at him, he's small. This kit is, look at this.
Swipe through the pictures.
Yeah, he showed me that.
Yeah, it's huge.
Unfortunately, I have to do this. Oh man,
Welcome, old guy.
I am probably the oldest guy here.
You probably are.
Yeah,
How,
and I'm not bragging either.
Yes,
It's,
you are.
know,
How old are you,
yeah.
Mr. Athletic?
I'll be 65.
Didn't I
Damn.
say?
How old are you? 59. So,
Well, actually, I'm 57, but anywho.
Jeez.
So I'm not the youngest one here. Finally.
What?
you would be if not for Laurel.
That's awesome.
Hey, you know what? Do you remember me
Yeah,
saying that
thanks.
first podcast we did a couple years back that this guy was like the Energizer Bunny on steroids?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I knew him before you did. I've known that. So, I'm like,
That's right.
fuck you.
I said it was what did I say? I said we were
I'm
playing
having
the out
heart
about that
attacks,
night.
and he's going
and
to
I was
the
on
gym.
stage. I said, where the hell
Right.
did Paul go? And he's up on top of the fucking bar. And I'm
Dancing.
going, I ain't doing that.
Then he jumps off like it's nothing. So,
I would actually like to do.
Still 12.
I would like to. for instance, I got my snare here.
I'm loving the dog's inner. He's just accenting things so
Yeah,
well.
Every episode,
Yeah.
every episode, he has to put his 2 cents in.
He did with the listen. It's the very last of it when we were end to end. He started out and wouldn't stop. So I guess we're done.
So, go ahead.
Actually, I brought my snare here, and I would like to take it apart and let you see what I did to my kit.
We don't have time to take it apart and do that, but I do want you to show that snare and show the tensioning on it, because that's the main thing.
Yeah.
We really don't have time to take it apart, but these drums made by John are, I've got to admit, they're some of the best I've ever played. And
Did you take pointers from the two?
well, no, I actually listened to John and his theories and how they're made. We talked when I was over there at the clinic, and he told me, he's like, the tone is not in the center of the drum.
Check it out. Go ahead, hurry up.
Yeah, look at this thing. Show it in the camera, because this is a beautiful snare, custom made for Daz.
Let's see that.
Oh yeah, of course.
But
There is
beautiful.
one thing about that snare that
Got it?
you're
Yeah.
touching. You're holding my latest wife. No,
but this is
her ashes are in that snare.
His late wife.
but
They're in here? In
Yes.
the Really?
In the finish. That's a
oh,
rose.
in the finish.
That's the.
I was like, I
that's
don't
a
want to hit
rose-
it and have dust pop out.
That's a rosewood finish.
This is I've seen this before, and this is beautiful as shit. But this is one of the things that John
That's
showed
really
me
cool.
that I mean,
That's fucking.
I couldn't argue
awesome.
with. But with him and these tuning systems, you hear that?
Oh yeah.
The tuning is not the center of the drum.
Right.
Yeah.
It is actually a little offset, so you get your best tone
Right there.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
little off center, which was a tremendous concept that blew my mind when he showed me this, because I'm like, no. I wanted to argue with him, but I can't argue with John because he's got 10 times the experience than I do. You know, he knows his shit. So I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I believe you, because I can't fucking argue that. But what I learned was there is a difference between tuning your bottom heads separate from your top heads and tuning them together. You cannot get this effect when you tune the bottom head and the top head separately. You cannot get it.
Can't get it.
And the ability to tune them both exactly equal, you can't do either. I mean, not without a ton
That
of
one I
work.
can.
But this one you can, because
Oh
of the
yeah.
way it's made.
It's off.
And it blew my mind, because you know, you've known me since before I started
Yeah.
this stuff, and I
Yeah,
had the
that's
welding
right.
fab shop and everything else. And I'm an engineer. It's like I want to know how stuff works.
Right. And how it's put together.
And I'm not going to. And I'm also what's the word for people who don't believe a fucking thing anybody else says? There's a word for that. I'm that person. You know, because it's like,
Skeptic?
you can tell me, but
Is that what
I'm
you're
gonna,
thinking of?
Yeah, well,
Skeptic?
I think there's a harsher word that I want to be.
Well,
You know,
Atheist.
But you're not that.
but
there
you
is-
know, I was like,
Percussion atheist.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's it.
but I'm gonna hand this back to Taz. Show me how quick you can change that tune. Now this is the difference. You know, about a quarter turn. Okay, John Spinelli, it's your turn to be on the podcast. You got to get over here. I'm not going to keep plugging your business if you don't get over here. And it's amazing how quick you can change the tuning from a high to a low tune.
And that's
with
the
just-
low tune.
Yes. But what still amazes me in this whole concept of the things is how how you play the drums changes dramatically on how they're built and how they're tuned.
Right.
Oh yes, of course.
Which is one of the things I really wanted to point out tonight.
Well, actually, the head does everything because I got a hydraulic head on here, and I think it's a metal. It's a metal head.
Yes.
Because when I play metal, I have to have this head.
You know, you could go to an HD drive, but hey, whatever.
Well,
it's all preference.
Actually, when I seen this head, I was with Casey Grillo. And let me tell you,
Casey,
oh
by the way,
God.
is the drummer for Queensryche now.
Yes, he does.
He lives over in the
He's-
St. Pete area.
He lives in Tampa.
Tampa.
So,
St. Pete area. It's close
Okay.
enough.
Yeah.
One side of the day or the other.
You know, just swim across. You're
Every-
there.
6 of 1, half dozen.
My dream kit is like
Quicker to swim
It's-
than drive.
actually I got two 20 by 15s. I want to get two 22 by 15s, and right behind me, I'm gonna get 23 by 15s because I'm gonna get the whole frickin' Neil Peart rack.
Do they even make 23s? Heads?
No. Yeah, they do.
Who?
Actually, not Remo.
Yeah, Remo.
Yeah,
don't.
Remo
Remo made
Remo
11s
does.
back for
Somebody will.
Tama back in the day.
When-
Now we're being drum
when-
dudes.
Right.
When,
You don't say.
Remo does. Remo does. For Remo, when Neil Peart, he wanted 20 by 22, no, 23 by 15s, and he got them. They made them.
Yeah, of
And
course.
yeah, of course. Because when Neil Peart says something, I want it. I want to try it out. And when I got a
really saying anything now.
I got a 26 by 18, no, by 15, and it's John Spinelli, and that thing's about
That's a
that
monster.
high.
I have seen it.
Oh yeah, of course. And it's
But-
at my house, and it's retired. If I had the other bass drum like that, I wouldn't have my kit. That would be the monster that I want. Because I like to have the 23.
So you're only
yeah.
one drum away.
One drum away from
My
a dream.
God.
Only one drum away. All you gotta do is get permission from the wife.
Oh yeah. Because I don't have to have permission from my wife. That is my wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My late wife picked out the color, the depth that I have on my bass drums, everything that I have. John made the kit he mocked up Joey Jorgensen's kit,
Yes.
and I got Joey Jorgensen's kit. For right now, I want to have the 22 by 15s right beside my 20s, and right behind me is going to be the 23 by 15s, and I'm going to have the whole rack by Neil Peart.
So,
That's
basically,
gonna
when you
be-
go play out somewhere, you guard the stage.
Well, actually, when I go to Ford Amphitheater, that's where I want to go.
And when he gets all the cymbals
And
and
Ruth Eckert-
stands and everything
In
included on this
Ruth
kit,
Eckert Hall, I worked there and I bust my ass there. I worked at Ford Amphitheater. I know everything about it. I set up drums. I set up Joey Jorgensen's kit. I set up everything that I want to set up. I did.
I'm not knocking it, dude. Just
I did Slipknots. I did Disturbs. I did Linkin Parks. I did everything.
I played a show with Chicken Pie.
he's more of a drum tech than I am.
Right.
And
And
I
I
just
know
wish I
every-
met half the bands that he's played
That's
with.
pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Or
because
not played with, but set up for.
Joey made. When I went to over there by him or anything else. I set up his kit. Then I went to the UK. I was there for 2 years, set him up, and that's all. And Joey said, "You're coming after me right now, but anywho, I'm going to put you in somewhere you can challenge people or anything else." And they said, "Okay." I said, "Okay, but why do I got to challenge? Because you're my pupil." And next thing, I know, I'm beating people everywhere I want to go.
Yeah.
Because I am one of the hardest hitting drummers in Florida right now. And
So I don't let him
take.
play my kids.
Oh no!
We had a guy that
I
Okay.
break a head, no problems asked.
he didn't
Oh.
necessarily need it to be, but he did.
Okay.
Oh, he's a bigger beater than him.
Really?
I know
That guy was
talking about-
500 pounds behind
I
that
know.
weight.
Like, exactly.
I mean, we're
And
talking
This
his arms
little guy
alone.
right here can hammer a damn. I wish I could have showed you the videos before we
Right.
came on.
I don't know where we were playing.
No, we're not going to do that because we got to move on.
Where
So
were we playing? Zephyr Hills or something? And it was a bar, and the entire place was a cement wall.
Oh yeah, that's the place in Zephyr Hills.
And for whatever reason, he decided to slam that fucking snare drum, man. That sounded like a gun went off in there. That's the first time I think the entire band looked back at the drummer and
we
said,
did. We're like, what was that?
"What the fuck was that?" Out of nowhere. And it just echoed like through the entire place. Imagine being
I
on
know
stage
who you're
with it.
talking about. I'm going, where did he get a good sounding snare?
We didn't say it was good sounding. We said it was loud.
That's different. Well, tuning helps.
Right, it does. I don't think that was in his vocabulary, but anyway.
Okay.
Who do you think that is?
We can do that and then
Oh, there we go.
Who do you think that is?
this fucker won't quit.
That's Ray Lazier from Slipknot.
Korn.
Corn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't listen to that stuff, but that's cool. My kid
On
does.
his kit.
On my
his
kit.
No, that's really cool, man.
That is cool.
Oh, I've got pictures of you. I've got Ray on there. We've got
I sent you all of them.
Todd Zuckerman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Todd Zuckerman.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He's been over to Spinelli's 3 times lately. I mean, recently for clinics. And I've not been able to make a first one, but Todd Zuckerman is one of my favorite players. I mean,
mine too. I would just.
I was a Styx
I would just
fan
like to meet
way
him.
before Todd ever got
Right.
on with the band. Didn't mean to hit that, but I mean, I hate to even say it.
Oh no, he took that position, and it went
ramped it
from
up.
here to here.
And so, and it's like Todd is a great player. I
And
mean,
actually,
I
he wanted to take my drums on tour and everything like that mess, and I said no.
yep.
Yeah, he's amazing.
But yeah,
I'm gonna be seeing him this
Well,
coming
this
up
month. yeah.
and I'm gonna talk to him, and I'm gonna talk to David Weckel.
Dave Weckel's coming
well-
up. Yes.
Rob Silverman. He's one of the best, greatest drummers in the country. I hope, because he's right behind me all the time.
And all these guys are here in Florida.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's amazing how
Oh, we've got a hell.
Oh, I know we do. It's
It's like. So
pretty
anyway,
cool.
we're gonna move off of Taz for a second.
I'm gonna
and-
go use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right, hurry. But anyway, we're gonna get on with Paul.
While we're done, we're gonna have a little. Isn't this a commercial break?
No,
No,
we're not waiting. We're gonna keep on rolling.
right.
Fuck, we don't wait for nothing here.
All right. Oh wow. What do you? What?
Ask him. We don't change.
No.
No,
You know.
First time I've seen somebody walk out in the middle of one, but
that's pretty funny.
No, you haven't. I've done
Laurel owes me one now.
it. Well, 3.
You fucking left me as a guitar player all by myself.
Oh, poor thing. You poor thing.
I could start,
A
I could be
guitarist
stuck
on
talking
his own.
Spanish to you all. You know.
I thought that's how
No, because we got a singer.
I thought that's how they
we got
liked
a
it.
drummer, and we got a guitarist. So now
Do we really need a bass player for this?
Fuck no.
No.
We can talk shit all
Let's do
day.
this.
A good drummer, you don't need a
So,
bass player.
if you ever saw the first
Here's
podcast, I did, Paul,
Uh-oh.
the first 5 minutes of that podcast was me knocking on drummers. And I feel like
jeez.
Laurel's like, man, this is. I've been told I have to get you back by staying out of this conversation.
I'm not even a drummer.
That's funny.
See, he was even part of that conversation too, because he's a guitar player himself.
I started it.
He's like, I'm a novice guitar player. And I come in here and watch him one day. I'm like, novice my ass. That guy
Right.
can fucking play, dude. You can play. Like, coming from me, you should take that as a compliment.
I do take this time. It's very nice of you to say.
Yeah, because
And he doesn't say nice things very often.
Okay,
I know.
So,
I'll tell you what, man. We had Jim Stafford Saturday come out to our show. He stayed for most of the first set.
Yeah.
And when he walked by me while I was sitting there, he just looked right at me and said, man, that was good playing. He walked right away. I don't care what anybody says. You just gave me a fucking comment. I'll take all day
Dude,
long.
you can't not take that as a compliment.
no,
And a
Lord.
Gave us a thumbs up.
world legend
No.
tells you did good.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Kelly because I've chatted with Kelly many times, but I've only been talking to Jim probably the last year or so, and that I took that as a win for me.
Oh my God, I would too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Considering how good he can freaking play.
I'm just happy when he says hi to me. And acknowledges me, you know, I'm like, fuck, I'm special. You know? It's like, because I mean, goddamn, Paul, you're older than me, and we've both watched him our whole lives on Hee Haw.
I did too.
Had his own show.
Had his own show. He's just, well, let's get off that.
I mean,
We're not talking about Jim
but he was
Stafford.
all over the radio, and but that's somebody
I
that
see
influenced
this shirt
us.
that I don't have one of that says Joe's
And
Garage.
you know
Band.
why? Because I forgot I have one shirt left, and I was going to bring it for you, and I did not throw any of the stuff in the truck.
Probably
today.
wasn't my size, so we're good.
It may not
Do you
be.
wear pink?
Well, sometimes
It's the
would be a
underwear.
pink one.
I like
It's
pink
one-
underwear.
it's one of the breast cancer, fundraiser shirts.
I like
That's
pink.
why we have the pink shirts.
Pink's a man's
I
favorite
told you
color.
about that at one of our podcasts.
And it was, you do know that, I mean, back in history, pink was the color of male royalty. It was not a feminine color.
You know the Army.
But those guys look so gay in those fluffy ass French outfits and
I'm
pink
just-
all over them. I'm like, let's fuck that. You know.
with their white wigs and powder.
I tried to say it completely with a straight face, I mean, history is what history is, but
Well, fucking history changes.
that does.
Paul, high heels too. High heels started as men's fashion as a
I
symbol
know.
of power and authority.
Yeah.
That lasted right through the 70s now.
Yeah, until they couldn't fucking.
No, those were platform
But
shoes.
so
That's
many
way
of them fell
different.
down walking down the aisle. They quit that.
Wow.
Platform shoes are not high heels, Mike.
Somebody
That's
said that's
completely.
clear.
It's a completely different thing.
I don't know. Some of them Skinner guys had
That's
thought were cowboy boots, but they were actually shoes with high heels on the back. Those weren't platforms, although, Ronnie Van Zant was shorter than
Okay.
shit.
Right.
And he never wore shoes on stage.
I'm trying to keep this train on track.
He's trying. I know.
I am like a son bitch, but Joe's Garage Band.
Joe's
Let's
Garage
talk
Band.
about. You're a member, right?
He is.
Sorry, I didn't kick your foot. Quit your whining.
He bruises like a grape now.
I know. You just.
Lord
Ain't that fucking broken, goddammit. What are you gonna ask? I'm still me, goddammit.
I asked you already. Are you in Joe's Garage
Yep.
Band?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Let's hear.
I'm his,
All right.
I'm his right hand man now because
Yep.
he and I've been doing it.
Yeah, we've been doing this. He's been doing this the longest with me of everybody in the band. We got a really, really good group of people. I mean, very, very talented musicians. Really, really deep musical pedigrees on everybody. Yeah, it's incredible.
I know he's played a couple days,
Yep, he's played a couple days.
but I want to hear something. Why? I mean, at your age,
Yeah.
since you're the old man.
He's still not the oldest in the band, but yeah.
No, I'm not anymore. Which makes me feel great.
Who's the oldest?
That would be the bass
Ed.
Ed, the bass player. Yeah,
He's playing.
I think he's like 75 or something.
he's like 76, 77.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, young man.
So he's got 10
His
plus
liver's
years on
about
me.
200 with all the berry juice.
So-
But that's
Yeah.
beside the point.
Well, I mean, I've known you for a while.
Yeah.
And you were in your FWC, Fish and Wildlife Commission, Florida. You know,
I'm
for
a
long
retired biologist from FWC, 30 plus years.
time. And you should still be a biologist because you did a great job.
I still am.
Well, keep doing it.
No, I do.
Well, just
But
because you're retired.
I retired from that career,
But because you were retired, you're no longer that. Just
I don't have
accept
that
it.
title.
Accept it.
but I still have all. But I still have
I
all
can't
the.
be a welder, fabricator, or anything
Right.
because I retired either. So whatever.
No. I don't have that. I don't have that FWC title, but I still have all that experience and blah blah blah, and I still get called on to use that. But
Nobody cares. You
Right.
retired.
Exactly.
He still
he,
does.
he has a point.
I'm telling you for sure.
I have never been. I've never been back to my office. I don't plan on ever going back there because I don't know anybody there anymore. I did talk. I was talking to one of the guys that retired about the same time I did. Started about the same time I did, and we were going. We started back when the agency was called the Game and Freshwater Fish Commission. Not a lot of people know that there was another name for it.
There was.
That was the original names given back in 1946, I believe, is when it started. And that only changed in 1999. That's when there was a referendum that went out to the public to merge marine fisheries and the Game and Fish Commission together. And we were like, oh, great, we're going to get a shorter name. No, it got longer.
So how the hell did you get from fish and game
To this.
and a game warden basically
To this.
to lead singing in a band, jumping off the damn stage like a fucking 30-year-old when you're 60 something? I mean, how did you get
I love it
from
because
here
I'm
to
a
there?
spectator watching
So-
this shit.
I grew up.
We don't need your background here, Laurel.
This is what Mike does.
Now,
What?
What the hell did he just do now? I grew up in a musical family. I'll keep this short, but my mother was a piano teacher and a trumpet player in the local orchestra. Kept first chair for 50 years. Retired when she was like 83 at that. My dad sang, we all sang in choir. My dad sang in a barbershop.
How old did he
quartet.
live?
Huh?
How old did he live?
My dad was 98 when he died. My mom was 88 when she passed. Yeah.
You want to
God
do a
bless
little fucking like a slit our wrist and do a blood brothers
Sure.
thing and see if I can live longer? Because
Yeah, it's.
my history don't go that way.
Well, actually, my grandfather rode with Shoemaker, and I used to race horses. And yeah, I was one of the top jocks out there. But when my cousin,
you meant to put the
my
E there.
cousin-
Jockey,
my cousin won the Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and the Belmont. Yeah,
Holy
I got
cow.
cheated. But when I seen him the
You
last
had too
time,
much hair. It weighed you down too much.
no, I didn't have hair. But then I grew this out, and I'm like, I want to go into death metal. But
I hear
anyway,
anger issues, and that seems to come out in your music.
It did with me.
Yeah.
I'm always mad though.
Then you and I got something in common.
That's why you should be a drummer instead of a
Right.
guitarist. You get to beat shit all the time.
Well, that's
Anyway.
No. See, he'd be like, he doesn't look up. You know why I don't look up? Because I would screw up.
So, to get back to your question,
Okay, back on
so
schedule.
going back around. Anyway, musical family, grew up. We all learned to sing. We all learned to play piano. We all had to play in the band. I was a concert drummer. I played timpani in the band. So the big kettle drums. That was my because
I've got two of them out here as planners. You might have played one.
I might have played one of them. But inside I was really more of a singer. And then, I hate to say the K word, but karaoke,
I knew that.
I did that. I know you did. I did that a lot. And every once in a while I knew people that were in bands and they'd say, hey, you want to come, to rehearsal and sing and whatever. And so I would do that every now and then and be like, yeah, this would be kind of fun to do. And then I have a fitness business. I've been doing that for 20 years now. And I had a client who was a bass player. And he got together with a couple other guys there in Lakeland, and they said, hey, we kind of formed a band. We want somebody to audition as a singer. I said, oh, okay. Why not? What's the worst they're going to tell me? You suck. Okay, I can live with that. So I went, and
It's like I already know that.
yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, it's not. I'm not gonna die if somebody tells me that. You know, if you met my first wife, no. Anyway, that's right. Oh God. Anyway,
You told on yourself.
that's hilarious. So I went, and it seemed to click, and then we kept working it, and then nobody wanted to step up and be, you know, the quote unquote leader of the band. And somebody had to start, you know, if you want to book gigs, somebody's going to go out and talk. And, you know, so I started doing that and started taking over all the financial stuff. And, you know, not like there's a lot to it, but there's some to it.
But there's the professional aspect from
Right.
your career already that led to that.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I knew how to do all of that. And, you know, when I was with FWC, I was you know, one of the PR guys for the division I was in, and you know, I was on television, I did radio, I wrote, you know, magazine, newspaper articles, blah 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 blah, all kinds of stuff. Started the kids fishing program here in the Tampa Bay area, and so I had no problem being in front of people and talking to people, and that was, you know, that got to be pretty normal.
That's
just
so
part of who I am, and then. The band thing just kept going, and then I retired from FWC, and I said, well, I got this, and I got this, and I got this. Let's see if we can make this a little bigger, and just kept working at it. And I'll tell you what, it has just been, it's so rewarding, you know, I mean, the music aspect of it, but just the, you know, the interactions, the people that I've met, you get, you know, there's, even if you get somebody in the band that doesn't work out, that relationship that you have, you know, if you pay attention, you learn something from it.
Yeah.
And that's been, you know, just incredibly rewarding for me personally to be able to do that.
I'm kind of in the same boat with you because I retired
Mm-hmm.
forcibly early, but you know, it's like music has brought to me a fulfillment of being able to relate with people.
It's universal.
And in today's world,
Right.
it's hard to relate with a lot of people because so many are just stuck on what they think is true,
Or
real.
they're stuck sitting
that's their perception.
sitting in a small room with headphones and
But-
microphones and not seeing the outside world. Oh wait,
Oh wait, yeah,
what? Huh?
but some of us leave this room.
Yes. Yeah, we all will. Some will not.
Yeah, he's over there taking pictures of us, reading
Yeah.
fucking texts, you know.
You know, but
You were going to
Leave
be
it-
part of
leave
this
it.
one way or another.
Yeah, left me out to hang here, so
you know, and it's the other thing. It's, you know, it's fun.
it is.
For God's sake, even on bad days, you know, I'll sit back and I'll tell myself, okay, what are you doing? Why are you getting so upset? Look at what you're doing, okay? You're humping band gear. You're bringing it in. You're setting it up. Yeah, you know, you've got 3-4 hours where hopefully everything comes together with everybody and it works the way everybody wants it to. You know, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's try to work on the things that didn't work. And then when you're done, you got to collect it all up, take it home. But, you know, there's not very many.
At the end of that night, though, all that work
Yeah.
you have a fulfillment from.
And there's not that many. Think about how many people out there
You know,
that
you feel good for what you did,
but think they want to do this. And we're, you know, for whatever reason, we're, you know, blessed,
Stupid.
privileged to be able to do this. And I think that's just amazing to me. And, you know, I had an amazing career with FWC, completely different from this.
Oh yeah,
But I did stuff that, you know, some people just dream about or have nightmares about. You know, I got chased by an elephant in the woods. You know, I've wrestled pythons and
I've not
crocodiles and
been
alligators.
chased by an elephant yet.
I can introduce you to one.
What's her name?
I was going to go there.
Yeah.
You went there first.
Ellie.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny. I was trying to remember the name of the one that I met. It was.
So I actually know a big girl named Ellie back on the Cape.
We're not,
We won't go to that story.
No, not that. I don't know her like that. Oh, no. See, I'm with a beautiful British woman who I love dearly with all my heart.
I totally thought Mark was gonna go, well, I've met your ex-wife. I was like, oh no.
No.
Oh no, we're editing that out.
That is not where that would go. No.
I might have.
Yeah, I
don't know.
You may have. I don't know.
Huh?
Have I met your ex?
No.
Okay.
I've been with the same woman 17 years now.
Then I met the present.
She's not an elephant.
I was talking about Paul.
Yeah,
not
he was
gonna say
talking
it
about
on
mine,
air.
not his.
Give me a
And
trouble.
you know, both of my ex-wives are incredible people. So I have nothing bad to say there. I can joke a little bit here and there, but no, they're both incredible people, and you know, they're still around, and we still interact when we have to, and that's all good.
We have.
Well, no, I don't mean that badly. No.
When I
No.
have to.
No. We all have all with different directions. We all have
Fucking with
different
him.
lives.
I'm
I know he
fucking
is.
with him because he's good. He is good people.
And I don't know, man. It's just been a fun ride. It really has. And I was fortunate enough to meet Mike 4 years ago now. And
When he was in better health.
Me and
Before he came to my house and got sick.
right, but you know what?
Hey, my
It's-
kid was involved with that when I
Yeah.
first joined them too.
Yep.
So
Oh, yeah.
But he,
We're going to
Mike,
talk about that in a second.
Mike's had some health issues, and the thing is, we're at this stage of the game. None of us are getting any younger, and you just gotta, in my opinion,
You got to have fun.
you have fun with it, but you deal with it. I'm it's like when he was down and out, it was like, geez, what are we gonna do? But
we lost players.
but there was never. My point is, there was never a doubt in my mind that that's
You get better and you'll be
that's
back.
that's
I'll be
Mike's
back.
spot, and when he's better, it's Mike's spot. That's it.
And
As long as he wants it,
And that's the way it should be.
and that's the way it
with
should
the
be.
band.
I think. And
Like I always said, those hospital videos of me high on morphine, but they said I sounded good.
I heard them all.
But you know what? I got to be honest with you. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't have stayed sharp and was ready for the band when I was ready to come back.
right.
I'd have been a guy that didn't pick up a guitar for almost a fucking year.
And
So,
and it's like,
you know,
and the backstory a little bit. Just about a couple years ago now.
year and 3 months. So.
Yeah. He was over here at my house
Oh,
for a
year and a
4th of
half,
July party. All great.
Drinking soda,
You
smoking
know.
cigarettes, having a blast.
Yeah, we were having a great time. Everything was going good, and I didn't notice it. But my neighbor, who was a medic in the Army for years, he was like, "Why is his leg so swollen?" I'm like, "I wasn't even looking."
Yeah.
Next day, he's in the hospital fighting for his life.
Yep. He saw me the day before that. We had band rehearsal. And when I left there, he looked at Edie and went, "There's something wrong."
I said something's wrong with Mike. He doesn't.
Well, when you were
doesn't
here,
look
you
good.
weren't 100%.
I got to jam with Rick Graham, man. I actually got his ass up off that chair to jam with us. He wasn't doing it until I started playing. When we got into 3-steps, he got up and picked his guitar up. I felt good at that.
There you go.
But then I felt like shit when I left because somebody poisoned me.
It was
kidding.
not my
crazy.
food. It was what he was drinking. Had too much sugar.
Yep. It was his body
Shutting down.
telling
It
him,
was shutting down.
this has got to change or we're done.
And it's
lost-
like, and I mean, I hate to get all fucking mushy, personal and
Right.
shit on a podcast, but
But it's okay. We can do that.
okay, let's hold hands and let's talk.
Hang on.
But,
all because of
no
my
shit.
health.
Can I lead us in Kumbaya?
Anyways, what were you
I
going to say?
can't fucking pronounce it. So, but it was a serious fucking deal. He left the next fucking day. I get a thing that's like, I'm in the fucking hospital, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Next time you leave my house, don't go to the hospital.
Yeah.
That was a text message I got. It'd make people think I poisoned you.
yeah, I don't have the insurance for that kind of shit. So I'm like, I'll have to kill you next
So
time.
what happened, to be honest with you, is I had an ingrown hair that got it so severely infected. And what happened was when they did my blood sugar at the same time, they said it was like 600. I should have stroked out.
Yeah.
Is basically what the doctor said. And it opened my eyes. And I had dropped so much weight. He can tell you from the time I started my band to that point. I started at like 265, whatever. it was.
I actually
When
thought
I got
you would
sick,
have
I was
your
like
stomach
215.
stable.
No, well, I didn't.
I mean, that's what I thought. It was like you lost
He
weight
keeps
so
asking me if
fast.
I'm working out again. I got a dumbbell next to my couch just to build my arms back up because I was real thin.
That's what he calls his dog.
The real thing.
Real thin.
Dumbbell. I've got the dumbbell next to the bed.
No, I'd like to go to a gym. And I was starting, when I quit smoking before I broke my leg, I started going to a gym.
He did.
But then my leg got fucked
And he was like, I'm starting to feel better. Maybe I'll come to your class or something. And then it was literally like a week later. It's like, not
Dude,
yet.
it happens this fast.
It does.
And I don't give a fuck who you are. You ain't invincible.
Nope.
I mean, I thought I was invincible my whole life. And I was put on disability and told I was going to die at 47.
You remember you telling me when I said I quit smoking and all the shit that's happened when I quit smoking? And then you said what happened to you when you quit smoking? I was telling somebody on Broadcast
Which is-
that very story about how I quit and how you quit now. And he goes, damn, and I was just thinking about quitting smoking. Now you tell me that?
Don't listen to us. Quit smoking
Just
because
do
it's
it.
better for you. Just if you smoked a long time and you quit,
You know, if we work on this,
You've
this
already
could be a
fucked
good
up.
stage banter, Mike. You know,
let's write a song.
right.
I'll tell you, you know what?
Don't quit smoking.
I don't know if anybody remembers the first podcast I did, but it was when I joined Joe's Garage Band, I was at Jesse's, and I think you were there that night. Mm-hmm. And me and Phoenix were playing, my kid, and I talked to their drummer, Bill, because they got up and they had a guitar player, and the guy blew his string, and he was ready to leave. And I said, there's another Les Paul. I yelled out, there's another. The whole time I'm thinking, Jesus, I should just get up there and fucking jam with them. I know all the songs they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
I turned to the drummer. I said, "Man, y'all looking for a second guitar player? Let me know you guys are doing what I do." And he goes, "Well, we're not really looking." Within a week, if even, he was trying to reach out to me, asking about the Sofa Kings, and Jim and Judy said, "We don't know Mike Farren and the Sofa Kings."
Jim and Judy.
Yeah.
The Summer Kings, I know them, and that's how it all happened. But I didn't know that they had Toys for Tots or something. They had to cancel because the guitar player, had I known,
Right.
and I would have played that. It was 45 minutes. You play shit I do.
I don't think Paul's ever done anything that wasn't a fundraiser.
I've done lots of things that aren't, but I did a lot of fundraisers in my
You've done
life.
a ton.
I have done a ton of those. yes.
We did back when we had a
We all
business.
did.
That's where we met.
Yeah.
You know, it's
We
like,
did.
Yep.
We did a lot of breast cancer stuff for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of breast cancer, I have to do a quick shout out to Breast Cancer Can Stick It. We're going to be donating stuff for them. They'll be up here at a Nashville Drum Show this year.
Cool.
There are a lot of places.
Drumathon.
Fucking Drumathon, everything. They're it's a great organization. I mean, you've been involved in a ton. You and I have both been
Right.
involved in a ton of fundraiser and stuff like that. But which I'm going to say there are way too many fundraisers for too many things, but there are some good ones, and Breast Cancer Can Stick It is one of the good ones.
Yeah, it is.
See, for me, if they were to say, "Hey, I want to do a benefit for Alzheimer's or breast cancer," I won't say no.
Yeah.
Like I'm there. Just tell me when and
Well,
how.
like Culpepper Foundation,
Yep.
Melanie's
Melody
thing.
stuff.
Done that.
There,
too.
and you know me, I did fundraisers forever with my business, and to the point that I refused to do them.
Yeah.
But I do Melanie's because I'm on disability for a heart condition, and I want everybody to have a damn defibrillator
Right.
because I'm the person that's going to need it.
Well, Connie did my.
Well, maybe we should do a fundraiser so we can have one here in the studio. Just in
I'm
case.
already working with it. You know,
When I
it's
did my leg and
I would love to have one here.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, I mean it's
But it's kinda
funny to joke
it's-
about, but it's
But
It is real.
It's funny to joke
Yeah.
about, but it's also serious. But it's like, is it serious enough to have one in such a personal location? You know, and the question is yes.
well, you have a lot of people that
You
go
know,
in and out of this, so
You
Wouldn't
never
hurt.
fucking know who or when.
Right.
And it's a great thing. But we're getting off track again from Joe's Garage.
it's okay.
And we've got to talk about Mike now.
Ah, shit. What haven't I said in the last? No.
All right, ready? Let me set my watch.
So, anyways, I was trying to say.
Oh, so everybody knows Mike.
We say the
It's 9
benefit
o'clock
thing.
somewhere.
What Connie did for my benefit last year, I will always be grateful.
What you did?
To put the art pieces up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And she did up she did that one that had the guitar with all the
Oh,
words
yeah.
sitting
Oh, that was
color.
personal.
I loved that.
Well, goddamn, you almost died at my house last year. We had to do something.
No, man,
But
that was
no. It was very personal. It was personal.
Anybody who knows me is
You could have dug a hole
I've done that.
and just left it there just in case.
I've done that, but I mean, I've got limited yard space.
I might be like the oddball out in this project because I do a lot of classic rock and I'm learning to play stuff I know but I've never played before with the other members of Joe's Garage Band.
Me too.
But anybody who knows me well. Country and Southern rock and blues that's my staple. That's where you'll find me.
Mr.
Especially-
Skinner.
That's
No, not just that, but I love Jamie Johnson.
But
Man.
that- no,
And
that-
I
that
saw
is-
him at Story
Every
Festival.
time we
that
do
is
the-
his sweet spot, though. is-
Jimmy Johnson is.
Well, no,
Every-
just Southern rock.
Well,
like you
Southern
said,
rock.
Southern
Every
rock.
time
blues
we do
country.
an open jam, and I'm back there on drums, and I'm not that good.
Blue on
I mean,
black,
I
in
started-
color,
We're doing
long-hair
blue on
country
black,
boy,
and it's like I can fake my way through some of it, but every time I play, he's like, on every cue. Which after the first few times I fucked it up terribly,
Right.
I realize it's like when he goes this and gives me that look, it's like stop.
Right.
Or he gives me this look, and it's like double time.
When
Or
I
he
do
gives me this
when
look.
I do in color with Mitch, it is such a special moment for me because he can harmonize the shit
And I love
out of it, man.
And I hate to get sidetracked. on
I
that,
saw your podcast,
but I
things with
love
Mitch.
playing that with you and Mitch
But
because through the open jams, and like none of us, well, some of us are a lot better than others. But it's an opportunity, and that's what I love, and that's why I got into this altogether. And to begin with, is I love that opportunity to get with people and jam and feel something.
Right.
I mean, and they know I'm not the best. Both of them will turn around, give me cues, and help me. Not fucking
Not to be
look
an
down.
asshole about it, but
not to look
Right.
down on me, but to help me improve as a musician. And I know I'm never going to play in a band. I don't want to because of too much fucking drama. And
You don't say.
Oh, there is that somewhat.
But I've always wanted. I mean, my whole goal when I bought a drum kit, in 2017, after I was forced into my retirement, my whole purpose was I wanted to learn how to play and get good enough that if somebody said, "Come up, play this song," I could not embarrass the fuck out of myself.
Right.
I mean, I still will. But, I try to think that, I can do that. And that's all I ever wanted was just to be able to go, yeah, I can do this. I'm not going to be in a band. I'm not going to be famous. I have no aspiration
Right.
to be that way. But just that people like you guys will let me do that was...
My whole thing is,
it was crazy. It was
I'll
good.
play music with anybody.
But
man.
but
And
like you said, it's that it's that magic.
It's that moment.
It is, but it is
And-
kind of indefinable.
Sometimes there's not three people in the audience.
Kumbaya.
I know that's coming. I'm getting there. I'm wearing them down here, okay?
my whole thing is,
we're
like,
past our time.
I
now.
hear
you
people
ain't
say
shit.
to me all the time, man, you got all that years of experience. You've been on the road. You've done this. Yes, I have. Like Mitch has. We've done it.
Yeah.
But then
Big
they're like,
fucking
then they're like,
stories.
well, I can't play with you. I'm like, well, why not? Because I can't play like that. I don't give a shit what your level is, man. You might teach me something. That's been my attitude, and it still is. Period. I will know when I can't play with somebody because I am not fucking afraid to tell them.
I know.
I had a member, and I
know.
won't say his name because it's like Voldemort around here. I won't play with him ever again.
Well, actually, when I know about 1,000 songs. I already know. But
I know
anywho,
too.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
They're pretty basic. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
4 is my favorite number.
It is.
My
That's
brother
favorite
came down
number.
from Massachusetts last year for my benefit, and he and I hadn't played music together really in a long time. And all of a sudden, I'm just recalling shit. And he goes, "You have an uncanny ability to recall shit you have not played in years." And I don't know. It's just my superpower, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think you've been playing it the whole fucking time.
No.
Just with other people.
I don't play country. Dude,
You know?
Paul, we
that's-
do maybe 5 country songs in our entire set list. That's it. I don't play country anymore. Like, I just don't. And when you don't do it often,
We never played country. It was always,
Yeah.
you know, it was more rock. Everything
And-
I played, well, Jimmy
Country,
Johnson,
it's like
that's
country rock or something.
I mean, Blue on Black is not country.
no.
No.
Dude,
You know, the only thing we played country together was really Jimmy
Long Hair
Johnson.
Country Boy and Jamie Johnson.
Yeah, Long Hair Country.
And Charlie
yeah.
Daniels. Yeah.
Charlie.
And you know, one of the cool things, I want to bring up the other guys that aren't here. You know, we got the other guitar players, Neil Bernard, he's been off and on the road, a guitar tech. I mean, he's been involved with
Worked
music.
for Sam Ash, too.
Yeah, worked for Sam Ash, had his own band,
I
toured
know
all
him.
over.
I went to Sam Ash all the time.
Yeah, he's and he's incredibly talented, just like Mike, but in different ways. And what's really cool to me is trying to pull songs that, you know, this one will play on Mike's strength, this one will play on, you know, on Neil's, and you know, sometimes, like he said, and this goes for me, that, you know, they'll bring up, all these guys will bring up songs, and there'll be ones he hasn't thought of, I haven't thought of, you know, and then
I know you.
and
You're
then-
just thinking of where's my show off moves. In
yeah,
this song.
no. I really don't. That's funny. I don't think about that.
You
I
just do it.
I just do it. And my girl Edie just laughs her butt off at me. She goes, you know, you did this and this and this. I'm like, what? And then she'll show me the video, and I'll be like, eh.
Dude, I hate to do this, but I'm going to compare you with Brian. Not your sex.
Brian. Okay,
You
yeah,
know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
And both of you guys, I mean, I hate that. I do not want to say they're showboaters or whatever,
Yeah.
but you have the energy. You bring it to the fucking
Right.
crowd.
You don't fucking say.
It's like,
He gets enough energy for the rest of us.
And,
Yeah.
and we've had people on here all day, left and right, that had talent out the ass. But it's the people who bring the energy that bring the show.
And
That show, and it's like, even when other people, and I know you've heard it, that it's like, that's a little over the top. You
sometimes.
know, fuck you, you just ain't, you're jealous.
right.
You know,
Exactly.
you know, and that's what it is. Because
No.
these people, like you, like Brian and others, that, and I'm going to shoot out, I just watched a Van Halen tribute band at Music Ranch a while back,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know, and the fucking guy was
Unchained?
your age.
Total Unchained?
Older. He was older.
I heard that.
And he was jumping around on stage, doing these leg kicks and stuff over the damn guitarist's head.
I know him.
And you know what I'm talking about. And it's like, I was like,
And
Yeah.
the guitar player looks exactly like Eddie.
Like
but
That totally,
Yes.
is it totally
Yeah.
unchained?
now the only person that didn't look like a band member was the drummer, and that's because he's a fucking guitarist and he's only like 20.
Oh, that's funny.
And he plays.
But I talked to his dad at the show, and I'm like, I thought he was fucking with me earlier, you know, just
Right.
being a smart ass. And he goes, you know, because I was talking to him, he was sitting there practicing on a practice pad at Music Ranch, and I'm like, you the drummer? He's like, no, I'm a guitarist.
And he plays drums.
And he plays drums.
And you know, immediately I'm an older guy. I'm like, smart ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he
think
got
Ace-
up there, he fucking played this whole set, you know, Van Halen to the T.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a young kid. And it's like, and I go up there and end up meeting his dad that was there and going, does he play guitar? And he says, yeah, he's a lot better on guitar than he is drums. And I'm like,
Oh shit.
one of them fuckers.
Yeah. So
Over fucking achievers, man.
I saw Van Halen
Okay.
on
Yeah, I
the
know.
first
I'm
tour.
getting flashed
I
by the
know.
lights, so we got to wrap this up.
So I'm just going to say, make one big plug here. So this Friday the 13th, come to LA Midway. Joe's Garage is going to be playing. It's Friday the 13th, and it's the start of St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Fortunately, this won't come out before then.
Oh, okay. Well, damn it.
So that doesn't.
Well, then I'm going to say, I hope you were at the show Friday the 13th.
If you were there, you're going to have a good time.
You're going to have a good time. That's
Come
right.
find us on Facebook, Joe.
Find us on Facebook, Joe's Garage Band Link.
Hold on. I need everybody to go through, shout out your fucking emails or whatever
Right.
websites that you want. And Taz?
Taz the Drummers 77gmail.com.
Joe's Garage Band Lakeland on Facebook, and you can reach us at 863-602-7894.
Joe's Garage Band, like you said, and me, Acoustic
M.E.
Joe.
Right, M.E.
M.E. I love it when a host has to announce something.
That means Mike and
Alyssa.
Right.
Which is a good duet
And
to go
everybody,
watch.
and everybody on Facebook, go to madbeachmafia.com. John Spinelli.
Drums.
Drums.
Spinelli Drums.
Where's his shop?
I want to bang a drum.